Okay, good morning, grade 5. So today we will have a lesson about the theme for our lesson for today in lesson 5 is about uplifting thoughts. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to review the vocabulary words and the story since we were not able to do them yesterday because we were celebrating Happy World's Teachers Day. So happy Teachers Day to all the teachers around the world. So let's review the vocabulary words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the meaning and you can say the correct vocabulary word for this while you're watching this video. So the first meaning is slightly open of a door or other opening. So it can be something that an object that can open or part of your body that can open. So the vocabulary word for this is ajar. Next meaning is sudden uncontrollable fear or anxiety, often causing wildly unthinking behavior. So what is the correct vocabulary word for this? Okay, that is correct. It's called panic. Okay, when you're feeling nervous or you're feeling anxious. Next meaning is with little possibility of movement or securely. So what is the correct vocabulary word for this? Okay, great job. The correct vocabulary word for this is firmly. Next is, it's an old-fashioned term for record player. So it's another term for record player. Old-fashioned meaning it was used a long time ago. Maybe your grandfather had it, or your grandmother had it. Okay, so the correct answer is gramophone. Next, it means short and thick. What do you think is the correct vocabulary word for this? Good job. The correct vocabulary word for this is stubby. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's review the story. Our story for today is called The Challenge. It can be found on pages 65 to 68 of your book. So, in the story, who was the new student? What is her name again? Do you remember? Okay, that is right. It's Anna. Okay, did Anna like her new school? How was she able to like it in the end? Okay, so what happened there was Miss William, her teacher, didn't force Anna to read. Instead, she showed her drawing to the class to motivate her. So that is how I think Anna got to like her new school, because the teacher wasn't strict, or the teacher was not forcing her to do things that she can do. She can read, but not forcing her to do it right away when she is not ready. So the teacher was waiting patiently for Anna to get ready on her first day of school. Challenge is Anna's favorite word. What does this word mean? Okay, so on the story, Anna's father explained the word challenge to her, and he said that it means something to be won or something special that makes you try hard to win it. Okay, so it makes you it challenges you to take on this thing that well, when something challenges you, we call it a challenge. So it gives you motivation, and it makes you do your best to do it to accomplish it. So we're going to discuss 3 lessons for today. Our first lesson is about using prefixes. Okay, so this can be found on page 70 of your book. So first, let's define prefix. So prefix is a group of letters or a syllable added at the beginning of a root word. Okay. Once the prefix is added on the root word, it gives the word another meaning. So yung root word, that is the original word, it has its own meaning. But when the prefix is added to that root word, it gives a whole different meaning. For example, in this orange box are commonly used prefixes. So we have this, on, and miss. Do you see this dash? Okay, when you see a dash, it means that a root word is connected after the prefix. So this is the prefix. So the dash is where the root word is added. So not, opposite of, or wrongly. Okay, example. Another example, recall. Okay, so re is the prefix, call is the root word. Okay, so call, when you say call, calling out to someone or calling on the phone. Okay, when we say recall, again, so you will do it again, call again. So that is what it means. Re, it means the prefix re means again. So when you say so the meaning of this word recall is to call again. So other prefixes, their meanings and the new words they can form. So these, I will show you a table or a list of other prefixes that we use and their meanings. So for example, for anti, it's not anti, it's anti or anti. Okay, it means against or opposite or reverse. So words like antibiotics or antifreeze. Okay, next is the prefix n. It means to cause to. So for example, enjoy. This is the root word. This is the prefix. This one, this is the root word. This is the prefix. This is the prefix, and this is the root. Another is in, im, ir, and ill. It means not or opposite of. We have indirect, imbalance, or illegal. For inter, it means between or among. So we have international and interaction. For prefix semi or semi, we have half or partly. It means for the word, we have semicircle. For the prefix extra, we have out. It means out, beyond, or away from. So we have extraordinary or extraterrestrial. For the prefix pre, it means before. So we have, for example, prearranged or pretest. For the prefix sub, it means under or beneath. So we have submarine, which is under the water, or submerged. For prefix super or super, for the prefix super, we have, it means above or beyond. So supermarket or superhuman. For the prefix trans, it means across or over. So we have transfer and transport. Next lesson is about using idiomatic expressions, which can be found on page 72 of your book. Okay, let's first define what are idiomatic expressions. So it's a phrase or group of words that is commonly used and has become a well-known expression or saying. And well, we mostly call them idiom. Okay, for example, what does Miss Williams mean by saying this? Miss Williams, her teacher said, take your time. Does it literally mean take your time, as in take the time or take the clock with you? Okay, so it means do not rush. To take your time means do not rush. Another example, reading magazines will help to kill time while waiting for a doctor's appointment. Does it actually mean to literally kill time, like stabbing it with a knife? Okay, so what does it mean to kill time? Okay, it means to do something to make time pass quickly. So doing something while waiting so that you will not remember what time is it, or the time will pass so quickly because you were doing something, so you can't mind the time. Okay, so because waiting can be really boring, so to kill time is the best way to do while you're waiting for something. Another example, the Boy Scouts put up their tents in no time at all. What do we mean by in no time at all? Like was it because there was no definite time? Um, they didn't know that time? What do we mean by that? Okay, it means a very short time. So Boy Scouts were able to put up their tents in a very short time. So that is what it means in no time. Next lesson is making an inference according to the character's thoughts and feelings. This can be found on page 74 of your book. Okay. So let's define first what does it mean, what we mean by inference. Okay, it's an intelligent guess based on what you have read and what you know and what you have experienced. So here on the picture you can see background knowledge. So something that you know, you learned about it before, so you already know. Okay, plus something that it says on the text or text clues equals to inference. So that's how we find out or figure out the inference. So reading plus what you know and plus also what you have experienced. For example, in our story, The Challenge, Miss Williams introduced Anna to the class and she saw panic in the child's eyes. So, what do you know about panic when someone says panic in the child's eyes? Okay, panic meaning feeling nervous about something or feeling anxious about something. We know that from our vocabulary word. So we know that. Okay. Next is, have you experienced when you were a new student in your school? Were you feeling nervous? What were you feeling? So sometimes kids were a new student in a new school. They feel nervous, or sometimes they also feel excited, but mostly they feel nervous. So those are the things you might have experienced or someone you know who experienced it. And based on the book, on the story we read, that Anna was not feeling was not feeling confident when she was when she was being introduced by the teacher in the class. So panic in the child's eyes, it means that Anna was feeling nervous and Miss William was thinking that Anna has low self-confidence. So this can the main answer for this is Anna was feeling nervous. So it you can have a different answer or different inference having this phrase. Okay, it can be a different answer for everyone. Another example, our dog kept on wagging her tail when she saw us approaching her. So what do we know about dogs wagging their tails? When they wag their tails, it means that what? They are happy. Okay. What else? And you might read at an article or in the internet that it says there that wagging her tail and she's excited to see that person, or the dog is excited about something else. So if you have a dog, maybe you have experienced this and your answer is the same thing, be the dog is feeling happy or excited. So that is this is my inference. The dog is feeling happy to see her master. Okay. So today, what you're going to do is you're going to have partner activity. Okay. Actually, it's not a partner activity. It's a group activity. So for making an inference according to the characters, thoughts, and feelings on page 74, exercise 3, numbers 4 to 9, you're going to talk about the answers with your group. So I assign you into groups of 3. So on the next slide, I will show you in a bit, you have a schedule for your group. So you can talk about your answers for 5 minutes each group. Okay, so you will take a picture of your answers and then attach it on sit work number 2. Week 5. Okay, so these are your group members' name and schedule. So for your group members, I did this randomly. So I just took out a name from your name from a box. So this is a random. So it was not planned. So whoever is your whoever is your so so this is not planned. I did this randomly. I took pieces of your name and wrote them on pieces of paper and pull out your names on a box. Okay, so this is random. So for group 1 is Maxen, Miggy, and Rancy, and your schedule is on at 10:30 to 10:35. Next group is Ian, Lexi, and TJ. Your schedule is at 10:35 to 10:40. Next schedule for 10:40 to 10:45 is are Amari, Andy, and Ryan. We have Andre, Andrew, and Florence for 10:45 to 10:50, and Tamara and Kez and Sam for 10:50 to 10:55. Okay. So you will do this first, and then once you're done with your schedule and once you're done with taking a picture and attaching, you can move on to doing seat work. Do the seat work using prefixes, pages 70 to 71, exercise 1A. If you think that if you didn't have time to finish, this can be also a homework. So you can submit this, but the deadline will be on 11:59. Okay, so before the day ends, before this day ends. So for your homework, you have using prefixes on page 71, exercise 1C, and for using idiomatic expressions, you have for that topic, you have pages 72 to 73, exercise 2A. So this is homework 2 and this is homework 3. Our homework 1, if you were not able to do it, is the questions about the story. Okay. And of course, your advanced work for reading and art will be posted on Thursday or Friday. Okay, so that's the end of our class. On your part, just a reminder, for your partner activity, I will be there with you the whole time. From the schedule of 10:30 to 10:55, I will there, but I will not be answering your questions. So I will just be there to monitor your group, or monitor if your schedule if it's time's up, I will be the one to say that you need to leave so that the other group can join in. Okay.